Wait, here's my opinion on the whole matter. And I don't care if you agree with me or not. This is my opinion. You can argue to death on this one. But when you get out of the pool and you take a towel, what are you doing?
You're drying yourself off.
Yeah, you're drying yourself off, but you're actually removing the water. So aren't you wetting yourself off? Aren't you wetting off?
That kind of reminds me of the post that Melissa Jacobson did about, are you masticating enough?
Yeah, I masticate 3 times a day, and it's fantastic. But listen, I believe this. I believe this.
Tell me.
That I sound like Steven Steffen when I say that. When you repeat something, you sound like Steven Steffen. We'll figure out where he is in a minute. Steven, the show's starting. Steven, you got to get over here.
Oh no, guys, I'm just a little late. I just don't know. I don't know.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. The time change, and I was in Mountain Time. And I was in Mountain Time, and the time change was just wasn't working. I thought it was 3 p.m. And now I'm here, and we're going to talk about making videos. I'm winning. Remember, we're winning.
Not. Where is he to vote? Did he send you his vote?
No, he didn't. We'll figure out where he is. We'll get him in here.
I know that he privately messaged me and said I won.
Oh no. Listen, for those who weren't here, a couple of weeks ago, we did a contest. I like the private chat that's going on right now, by the way, because I don't know. We did a contest a couple of weeks ago where Stephen was on assignment, and we did a contest to see who impersonated Stephen the best. And we're going to find out tonight if he ever shows up. But we started the show tonight with a very, very important message for everyone here. When you take a towel getting out of the pool, you are wetting off. You are not drying off. You're wetting off. So please start doing it. You know what else bugs me? Is when people put the word crack in recipes. You ever seen people put, whoa, look who showed up.
Who puts crack in recipes?
Do you see what happened, Bridget? Stephen was working at not Best Buy, at Target.
This is not my Circuit City. This is my Kiwanis shirt. He was
working at Circuit City or at Target. And Stephen, I think you should get a name badge and put the name badge over the Kiwanis thing. And I want you to go walk around Target and see how many people you can help.
I have worn attire where, like, when I was at Target, multiple people in this one trip came up to me. Shout out to Larry. Yes, Larry, I'm a little late. Multiple people came up to me and would be like, "Hey, do you know where the plates are?" And like eventually, like at first I was like,
yeah.
"I'm sorry, I don't work here." But like eventually I was like, "You know what?
Yeah,
come with me. Come with me."
What are you looking for?
Yeah, I could see you actually helping them and picking out the plates for them. Like, I think these would go.
Let's go together. Let's take this Target journey together. You know.
Would you mind if I came by your house and checked out the whole aesthetic? You would. That's what you would go that far.
I feel like I'll go to Target and try to wear red and see who talks to me. Can you help me with this? Absolutely. I can also help you with some other things. How's your life going?
Not only can I help you with this, there's a lot that I can help you with.
You need a bridge to those plates. Like, honestly, like, bam. Like,
why are you buying these plates? Tell me more about that. Totally.
I could see you. Bridget, I could see you wearing red to Target, and somebody asks you for where the plates are, and I could see you staring at them like this. You would stare at them, and you'd go, tell me what's wrong.
Tell me what's wrong. Like, I need a plate.
You're not here for plates, are you?
It's like, I also came for Starbucks, but I mean, you know, like
yeah.
Why do you think you need this plate?
It really bugs me when people put the word crack in a recipe. Like, have you ever seen this? That where they put when something is so good, they're like, oh, this is like crack peanut brittle, or this is like crack chicken dish or something. Why do people put crack in the title of recipes? Why do they do that?
Because they say it's addictive.
Bridget, you stopped eating crack. Like nobody eats crack. Steven, have you stopped eating crack?
Can you eat crack?
I'm trying to stop eating crack.
I have no idea if you can eat crack or not.
I don't either.
Scarlett.
I would not, though. I would advise not doing that.
Scarlett Schatz agrees with me that you should not be putting the word crack in a recipe title, because, like, would you put LSD? Like, oh my gosh, you should try these LSD brownies. This is what people do. Nobody eats crack. It's a drug. Stop it.
Yes.
Knock it off.
You don't want to be associated with people who give drugs to people.
No. And why do you put that in a recipe? Nobody eats crack. Oh, it just bugs the crap out of me. Can you tell?
Yep. Bugs the crack out of me.
It bugs the crack out of me.
Can't help himself.
Bridget,
so do you guys want to know who won or not? Do you guys want to know who won this thing or not?
That's what I was thinking. But I already know the answer. Go on and tell us.
You already know the answer.
Chelsea Brown's
for a living.
Hold on. Chelsea Brown's checking in.
Hi, Chelsea.
Check in, everybody. Check in.
Chelsea Brown's checking in. Scarlett Schatz. I'm trying to pronounce the name right. Scarlett Lopez Schatz. I'm trying.
Scarlett. It's Scarlett. Where are you?
I know. I think it's Scarlett.
It sounds
like
more
your lat muscle. Scarlett.
Yeah, your lats.
Scarlett Schatz. That is a great name. That is that's almost like the perfect fake name. Scarlett Schatz. In a restaurant, they would be like, Scarlett Schatz, and everybody would be like, what?
Yeah.
She's famous.
Oh, where's the famous person? See, Scarlett Schatz agrees with me.
Because I'm famous.
I'm very jealous of unique names. That's something that I struggle with, is being jealous of unique names.
I love unique names.
Because we work in marketing, and it's like you can change your Facebook, you can change your tagline, you can change all these things. Yeah. You can't change your name. And when someone has a marketable name,
Scarlett Schatz is a marketable name. What business would Scarlett Schatz do to be marketable? What's the business when your name is Scarlett Schatz? What do you do?
Fashion.
It's gotta be something. It's like, what's that?
Fashion. Yeah, I kind of I'm right there with you. Like,
yeah. What are you wearing tonight? Oh, I'm wearing a Schatz. I'm wearing a Scarlett Schatz.
Oh wow! I mean, that already sounds like wow.
Scarlett, you have a new career option.
Bridget, try it out. Try it on for size, Bridget.
Bridget, Scarlett Schatz tonight.
Whose bag is that you're carrying, Bridget?
Scarlett Schatz. Scarlett.
Wow.
Schatz.
Yeah.
I did not realize you were doing that well in your business. Unbelievable. Stephen, who did your embroidery?
Scarlett Schatz.
Oh my God! How did you get Scarlett Schatz?
Signature Schatz.
That's crazy. Signature. Yeah, I'm wearing the Schatz signature line. So for everyone that's here, if you were here a couple of weeks ago, Stephen was on assignment, and Bridget and I decided to do an impersonation of Stephen, and
which both were incredible. You both have done a great job.
Yeah. So Bridget and I impersonated Stephen for the first 15 minutes of the performance to see who could do the best job. By the way, let me just acknowledge Chelsea Brown, who is checking in. Chelsea Brown has the most interesting job ever. Do you guys know Chelsea Brown? You know what she does? You get home from like a weekend vacation or something like that, and somebody broke into your house and they died. You call her, and she takes care of it. That's what she does. Yeah, right. She will also handle it if like there's puke on the floor. She'll handle anything. She'll handle anything like that. So there are a lot of jobs that I wouldn't do, and that's one of them. That might be at the top of the list.
Chris, I love your cup.
Yeah, what does that say?
I love your cup.
My cup says galvanized.
Galvanized.
It's so great. Oh my God.
Wow.
My cup says, do you know what? Yeah, Eric Rosberg says Chelsea Brown in the house. If Chelsea Brown's in the house, I am gone. If Chelsea Brown is in the house, I am out.
Because there's a dead chicken or vomit or bodily fluid somewhere.
That chick shows up, and you know that there's something going on that you don't want to be anywhere near, and so gone. Oh, Stephen.
Yes.
We have delayed this long enough.
Here's the thing. I want to tell you guys, like, you both did great. You both know me very well. I'm going to send you both something. You're both going to get different things. There's going to be a runners-up prize. There's going to be, and I'm not telling you what they are, of course. You're just going to have to get them, and I want you to open them live on the show. It'll probably take a couple shows for us to get there. But I definitely want you to open these gifts, and they're nothing big. There's nothing extravagant, you know. Maybe.
Oh, I don't want it then. I only want a Shats.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a Shats. It's gonna be a Shats. Like, no, Bridget, you did incredible. Okay, you had the smile, like me always smiling. I'm surprised no one squinted because I'm always like kind of like smiling a little too much. But only one person repeated things. Only one person did that stutter repeating and leaned into the camera and did the lean into the camera that I'm doing right now.
Done, Bridget.
And it has to be Prouty. It has to be Chris Prouty who won. So I have to give it to him.
All right.
Wow, you both did incredible. And you'll both be getting something from me that's a little fun that you have to open on the show.
Cheers to you.
But yes, cheers to you guys. That was very fun and funny, and it made me laugh a lot.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. As I take a sip from the galvanized
and cup. The fact that you guys kept saying the word believe is just the funniest thing to me. That was so funny to me. Like, the believe. You just gotta believe. You just gotta. Evidently, my solution to everything is just believe.
Amazing. Oh, thank you, Stephen. So Eileen Ryan checking in. Eileen Ryan, by the way, as you guys know, is amazing. Listen, anybody who's watching this now or in the replay, if you could hashtag that for me, please. Eileen Ryan is the one that you want to connect with because this chick gets people hired. I saw her the other day. She had somebody that had searched for a job. Do the math with me on this. And this is how we bridge to the actual business part of the show. But she had someone that spent 10 months trying to find a job. And then she got them a job in under 2 weeks. She, with her program, helped them find a job in under 2 weeks. Now think about this. This job paid $10,000 a month. Do the simple math. These people waited 10 months to get that $10,000 a month job. These people, the cost was $100,000 to them in waiting, where if they had just reached out 10 months ago, boom, extra $100,000 in the bank. I don't know why any unemployed person wouldn't want that. So if you're out there right now and you know someone that's looking for a job, and listen, no judgment at all. Maybe you're an entrepreneur and it's just not working out for you. Now is the time to get with Eileen Ryan. So that's just a little plug for her. She's here every week.
Well, and I agree. I mean, I love what Eileen says. Friends don't let friends stay unemployed.
Wow.
It's time for all of us. It's so important to launch into action. And like Chris said, for some people, the entrepreneurship life might not be for you. You know, it's a totally different way of doing things. And so if you want to look into that 9-to-5 job and you feel inspired by something that someone else is doing, go for it and talk to Eileen. Totally.
Absolutely. Second. Eileen chimes in saying that she wants a galvanized mug. Eileen is actually getting a galvanized mug because Galvanized is the mug that accompanies my new program. And my new program is called Growth Galvanized. It is a weekly live training and coaching program where I teach the most amazing things on how to grow a business, not just using social media, but using YouTube, using SEO, using video sales letters, using webinars. I am going to teach everything every single week to this really elite group of people who are looking to grow their business in unimaginable ways. So Eileen, you are going to be getting a galvanized cup because your growth is going to be excited. It's going to be galvanized. So thanks for asking about that, Eileen. Glad you're here. And Bridget, as you were saying, there might be some people out there that are thinking about leaving entrepreneurialism, but there's a whole nother group of people, and see if you know anybody like this, guys. There's a whole nother group of people who are entrepreneurs, but they're struggling to take that next step, and they don't want to go back to the workforce, right? So think about that. I'm going to clear my throat. Pardon me. I would normally have just waited and gone full screen with somebody, but I couldn't wait.
Tactical muting right there. That's tactical muting.
So the masticating you did today.
It was all my masticating.
Yeah, I heard that and was like, you do what 3 times a day? I'm sorry. Like, did I?
Yeah, every meal. I masticate.
Conversation for another time.
I masticate while I'm eating.
He's also a bibliophile.
That might be true. But there's a whole group of entrepreneurs out there who are struggling to figure out what to do next. They are They are trying everything to get the word out about themselves. They are doing everything possible, and it's just not working for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so what we wanted to talk about tonight is one thing that you can do, and it's the name of the broadcast tonight. So if you happen to see the name, it is the one thing that you can do that is going to really start to drive yourself forward, and that is to create results-driven actions. So I'm going to say that again, not because I'm impersonating Stephen, but because I think everybody here needs to hear it. And Sonia, you're out there. Karen Rayborn, you're out there.
What's up,
Eileen's
happy
out there.
birthday, Karen. It's Karen's birthday today, by the way.
Really, happy birthday, Karen Rayborn.
Happy birthday, Karen Rayborn. Amazing marketer, amazing at what she does.
That's why I changed the color of the background to purple, because that's the color of her hair. Happy birthday, Karen Rayborn.
It was, but it is her favorite color.
Yeah.
I love it.
So, creating results-driven actions. A results-driven action is an action that you know is going to drive you towards the results that you want. Bridget, chime in on this, please.
I love it. That's a powerful statement. Create results-driven actions. Because when you look at your day, if you could actually assess and give yourself a percentage on your day, how much of your day is spent thinking about doing? How much of your day is spent thinking about the things that you want to do, the business that you want to create, the program you want to record, the clients that you want to meet, that you hope to meet? How much of your day, if you could rate yourself and give yourself a percentage, is 50% of your day are you thinking about doing? Or are you actually launching into action 80% of your day? And then the other 20%, you're thinking about launching into action, right?
Wow. You came out swinging, Bridge. I kind of tossed it over to you because I felt like I was talking too much. Holy smoke. You came out swinging.
I mean, it's all about action, Chris.
So the question you're asking everyone is, what percentage of your time is spent actually doing things that get results versus thinking about doing the things or avoiding the things that are getting results?
And oftentimes as entrepreneurs, we put up those barriers to action. We say, oh, I've assigned someone to do my website and it's not done yet, so I can't meet clients. Or, my business cards aren't ready yet. So
business cards. Every time it's business cards.
Every time.
Every time. I think it's every time.
Listen, let me tell you a little story. I handed out a business card to someone, and it was a horrible business card. It was like from 2 years ago, and they didn't care what it looked like. All they wanted to do was get on my calendar, and they didn't care. I mean, the business card was absolutely horrible. It didn't even articulate how I help people in business. It just said life and health coach. And he's like, I want to do this. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you that don't let all these other external things stop you from launching into action, because you as an entrepreneur are your business, and you have every right to believe in yourself and your thoughts and your thought processes and launch yourself into action. Don't let anything stop you from connecting to a potential client that you can add value to them.
Unreal. Yeah. We should end right now, Stephen. What do you think?
I completely agree. And breaking down those percentages, I think, what struck me that with what Bridget was saying is, when you break down those percentages, why do you think that people are gravitating more towards the actions that are a little more passive and are going to make them feel really good as a marketer, but aren't going to generate results? I think it's because we have a deep set fear, not necessarily a fear, but we're not used to rejection. So we're so afraid of rejection that we're not going to put ourselves fully out there. Now, you hear me talk a lot about conversations on this, right? And I want to say having conversations is a results-based action if the conversation is purposeful. And that's why when I've worked with entrepreneurs, we try to book one-on-one appointments. And you mentioned that, Bridget, where when you book a one-on-one appointment with someone gets on your calendar for that 30 minutes of your time, right? Why is that so powerful and different than just a conversation you had out in the hall, right? I'll tell you why. Is because that just booking that appointment with you puts it in their mind that it's going to be about business. And so they enter that conversational arena in a whole nother way than if you ran into them at Target and had a conversation, or you called them up and had a conversation when they weren't ready. when they put that appointment on their calendar and it's 2 days in advance and they're thinking about it, they know in the back of their mind that you're going to talk about this. Is not going to be a conversation. I mean, we might talk about a little bit of personal things, but it's also going to be a purposeful conversation. So I think booking one-on-ones is so important, and it's so important for your business. And I truly love that. I truly love that. But that really struck me. And so you might hear me say have conversations, but boy, don't have meaningless ones. Don't have ones where it's just like book an appointment and have a purposeful conversation, and see if you guys can work together and collaborate, or if they need your services.
Stephen, I'm going to branch off. Bridget, I interrupted you. Please go, and then I'll branch off. Please.
I was going to say, it's not only about scheduling those one-on-ones and connecting well with those people who support you and those people that you support, but it's also about making sure that you are delegating. It's setting up those appointments to line up a personal assistant if you need that, or a virtual assistant. It's launching into action those things that you need to make happen, like an assistant, or that list of those files that you need to put online and convert it to an online database. But it's putting those things into action, those menial tasks that actually help you to move into action in so many other ways. I don't know. Go ahead, Chris. Go.
But that's incredible. Listen, I'm going to highlight something that Scarlett Schatz just said, and this is incredible. And I want to actually acknowledge her use of the word prioritizing, because there can only be one priority. And I'll talk about what that one priority should be for anybody watching right now. But she used the word prioritizing, which means you need to take the meaningful tasks and push them towards the top where one becomes the priority. So huge acknowledgement on the correct use of the word prioritizing and for having that very meaningful statement. Stephen, I want to branch off on two things that you said. And the first is, when you make a decision, it enables you to step into your greatness. Well, by way of example, and I've mentioned this a couple of times tonight, I have started a new program called Growth Galvanized and there are people in that program that are here with us tonight. And that program is specifically designed to help you. It's not going to be an easy program by any stretch. And I'm going to be pushing these people incredibly hard, because what I want people to do is triple their revenue in 1 year. And that's what we're going to do. What's interesting is this program starts next week in June, but people started signing up at the beginning of May. And I asked the people who have signed up, have you noticed since committing that new opportunities that you weren't expecting are coming your way? And I'm getting yes after yes after yes. And it's simply because they committed to investing their money and their time in themselves. And the moment you make the decision to invest your money and your time in yourself, others are willing to invest money and time in you. I'll say it again, write it down if you have to. Maybe Eileen will type this for us. But the moment you make the decision to invest money and time in yourself, you send off a vibe that lets others invest time and money in you. And that's what's happening to the people in my new program just after committing, before they even started. And there are a bunch of people on the fence, and I want them to tip over and come in and see that once you commit, it just unlocks this magnetic force that brings money and clients to you. That was the first thing I wanted to tangent off of. The second thing I want to tangent off of, if I may, just keep going, and it sounds like I'm ranting because I am, is that you simply need to look at every behavior, every action, every move, every thought, every keystroke, everything. And you need to ask one question. And that question is very simple. Does this action take me closer towards my goals, or does it take me away from my goals? And there are only two states. Whatever you're doing, it's either taking you towards your goal or it's moving you away from your goal. And you need to consistently make the decisions to stop doing the things that pull you away and keep doing the things that bring you forward. Make a 5% change every single week, make a 1% change every single day, whatever it takes. And you are going to outpace your competition in a way that will dazzle you, that will absolutely blow your mind. Bridget, I know you agree.
Oh, 110%.
Oh,
it's all about that intentionality. And see, what a decision gives you as an entrepreneur is complete, pure confidence. That's what commitment brings you. Commitment gives you confidence. Non-committalness gives you lack of intention, which means you can't be confident. Commitment equals confidence. So when you make a commitment and you decide to launch into actions, it means that you jump off that cliff. It means you say game on, and you tell your mindset that this is it. There is no going back. And you jump into an entirely different world when it comes to how you think, when it comes to what you do, because you have decided there is no looking back.
Amazing. You've captured that perfectly. And, Eileen says commitment equals confidence. Rich chimes in with, it's all about inertia. Listen, I talk about inertia and anybody in my program knows how we talk about inertia and how you can implement things that give you inertia even when you're sleeping. And it's just amazing. Stephen, you haven't had the talking stick for 2 minutes.
You know what I thought of when you guys were talking is this thing that I call summer camp syndrome. But I think ultimately this is not a phrase that I even came up with. I think I've heard this before, and I have this to a big degree where it's like summer camp syndrome is, you got that kid who knows he's going to go to summer camp and he doesn't want to. He's blah, 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 doesn't want to, very against it. And then he goes to summer camp and he has the time of his life. And it's this incredible time once he's there. The moral of the story with summer camp syndrome is that we have an adversity to change that's probably that gets in the way of us potentially enjoying and potentially changing for the good and incorporating new things. So it's like, I think if you're an entrepreneur, you've got to train yourself to A, recognize summer camp syndrome, and B, blow through it. Say, you know what, I know that I might be adverse to this different way of doing things because I've never done it before. And it's not my normal day-to-day, every single, it's change. And I'm scared of that. But I also have that inkling that once I go through it, I'm going to be transformed in a way that really galvanizes a whole new me, a whole new way of doing business that puts clients on the board, money in your pocket that wouldn't have been there before, right?
Wow.
And I use the word galvanized.
I don't even know.
It's a beautiful word.
Oh my gosh, that's unbelievable. Stephen, you were on fire there, and I am very grateful for the way you said that. Guys, we are approaching the bottom of the hour. We've got about 3 minutes left. I don't even know. How do we wrap this up? Stephen, I'm going to toss it back to you to give, oh my gosh, look who's here. Donna Matlock shows up. You know what's interesting about Donna Matlock is her dog food.
It's awesome.
This chick's dog food, everybody who's watching this, you've got to connect with Donna. Her dog food is like the bomb. It's like this special dog food that's like perfect for dogs. It's not like the crap that you get at, wherever you get it.
My dog loves it.
Guys, we got to bring this all together for the people, and we need to give them tangible things that they can start doing today to make sure that all of their actions are results driven. We need to always be taking results driven action. Stephen, what is one thing that the people who are with us today?
Open up your calendar and make yourself available. That's what both of these guys right here have done. That's what you have to do. You have to I don't care if you're selling dog food. I don't care what you do. Open up your calendar online. Open up your calendar online right now and have times where people can go into a one-on-one with you over Zoom or whatever and talk to you about what you do, but be specific that when they go on your calendar, you're going to be talking a little bit about business so that when they book that appointment and they do have that conversation, it's purposeful. That I think opening up your calendar, no matter what you do, very important.
I'm going to loop back to what I said, and here's the visualization that I want for all of you, and I want you to be thinking about this. And there are many people that message me and they say, I have your voice in my head all the time, and I hear people say it. It's very. Thank you for saying that. But really, what I want you to hear is, I want you to hear the question being asked. Is what I'm doing right now bringing me closer to my goals, or is it taking me further away from my goals? And guys, I'm talking about like the 24 hours a day kind of thing. Because I will say this, things like sleep, things like exercise, things like meditation, they are bringing you closer to your goals. You simply need to realize that they are, because a well-rested person is a better performing person. A person who gets physical activity is a better performing business person. A person who meditates and calms their mind is able to calm their business so they can see clearly the things that they need to do to move forward. Is what I'm doing right now bringing me closer to or further away from my goals? Answer that question. Make the choice to always get closer to your goals, and your goals will manifest before you in ways you cannot possibly imagine right now. Bridget, we are at the bottom of the hour. Please give the people something tangible. Close the show out, and as always, you get the last word.
It's all about mindset. I want you to notice what is moving you closer to your goals and what is not. And I want you to do 2 categories. What are just thoughts? Are you thinking about most of your day, or are you doing things that move you more closer to your business during your day? So percentages, give yourself a grade, and then give yourself top 5 priorities every day for launching yourself into rigorous action in your business. That's what I would say. And as usual, guys, it's time to level up.
All right, guys, I'm not going to take us off the air tonight. We talked about doing this last week. The official show is over. We're done. We're wrapped up. So if you came here just to learn something, you are welcome to leave. What we noticed last week is that when the show ends, I take us off air, but we can still all see each other, even though we're not on air. And we all talk for like 5 minutes. And I think last week we said something like, we should just let the people participate with this as well.
If you want to stay, you don't have to stay.
No, in fact, I would encourage you to go. I would encourage you.
Yeah.
Here, we'll continue talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah. This is just where we kind of talk amongst ourselves. And we thought it would be kind of cool to, just to instead of going off the air, you get to kind of eavesdrop on our after show conversation.
Yes.
So I do like the way I like all of the stuff that came up tonight. I don't know if people realize this. We don't really plan these things out.
No, we don't.
And, it's just kind of off. It's kind of off the cuff like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we don't plan out, but we do care a lot about what we say. And so it's like,
yeah.
And so but I also, going along with what you just said, it's like sometimes when you're off the cuff and you really care, some of that very natural, like stuff comes out. You speak candidly. I love words, as you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
I love the word candid.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like candy.
It does sound like candy. And I also really love, what I really love?
What?
I love candid photos. So photos of people,
That sounds creepy. That sounds creepy.
Steven Steffen.
I don't know.
Listen. Did you see my Facebook post on Monday about my mom freaking out about the ducks? I think I want to start a YouTube channel with just my mom. We are so opposite personalities.
Really?
We're in a paddle boat, and I'm going, we're in a paddle boat. And she's going, don't drop your cell phone. Oh my God, if there are ducks here, I swear to God, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Wow.
Incredible. So what you're saying is your mom is about to become a meme, is what you're saying. Because that sounds like
sure.
I think your mom and Steven should have a meme battle.
Trust me. My mom is like,
can I bring my mom on? Can she come and talk to Steven Steffen?
You know what we should do? We should all bring our moms on.
Yes. The mom episode.
It's too bad we missed Mother's Day. Oh my God. Can you imagine if we all brought our moms on?
Oh my gosh.
Next year.
Yes.
I do love my mom. And she is amazing.
Did you guys see Chelsea Brown? I think this might be Chelsea Brown's first time. I don't know if you guys are connected with her or not, but she commented on physical, mental, and emotional health. That chick posted a picture of herself running somewhere the other day. Oh my God. Listen, you guys know I am an avid runner. I will.
Yes.
This is truly a woman that if I ever see this woman anywhere, if she's coming into my house, I'm out of here. If I see her running, I'm just gonna start stretching at that point. I'll be like, oh no, I just finished. Oh, I just finished. Go on. I wish I could share the video with you. Like, oh my God, like iron person kind of running.
Like Xena, Warrior Princess.
Xena Warrior Princess. Shout out to Xena Warrior Princess.
Xena Warrior Princess is in the audience of what connect with her. I'm sure she'll post more of these things.
You know what? I kept on we see Michelle every week, and I'm like, oh my God, I love Michelle. She is doing some amazing things. Michelle Murder.
Yes, she is.
I mean, I think I brag about her every day to somebody.
You know
I started bank coding people. I went to coffee with someone. I go, you're very much an A. And they're like, what does that even mean? I'm like, oh, you're action. You're not really a nurture or a blueprint. They're like, what? And I'm like, oh, this is normal of our conversation now.
Somebody asked me for my bank code the other day, and I thought they were asking for like my ATM PIN number. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. It's like,
what, are you stealing my identity? What's happening here?
Yeah, I don't give that out to people that aren't family. You know, I don't give that out to people that are family.
Here's what I love, Bridget. Here's what I love about Michelle. We don't even have to say what it was. Chick was doing a totally different business a year ago, right? Totally different business. And what an amazing transformation.
Like, oh my God. She's launching like 2 workshops, like speed coding in the month of June, speed coding, and then relationships and sales.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Great topic tonight. I enjoyed talking about that tonight.
Yeah.
I think it's so important. I think it's so important.
I think that percentage of things that like, I think a lot of, ironically enough, some of the trends right now are to do all the things that like, because there's industries built around them. Am I right? Like there's an entire industry built around business cards. There's an entire industry built around website development. So they want you buying their product before you even become a business, before you ever even do that. They want you signed up, you know, and of course you get those things. How many people do you guys know that get all those things? And then they're like, well, what do I do now?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the art of networking too. And, you know, in the world of social media, I mean, we're learning new ways to adapt and kind of, I don't know, become more powerful and super networkers, especially in the Zoom business world. I mean, I would say that's like a business MBA, you know, when it comes to doing business in the normal world, you know, normal, like a networking meeting versus like a Zoom business networking meeting.
Right.
Oh, wow. Working on steroids.
I'm hearing a lot of these Zoom meetings they're going back to like live in person. I just can't see that working anymore. Like we've discovered that the virtual meeting is the new way of doing business. In-person meetings are great. They'll always have their place and they should happen occasionally. But to go back to who wants to drive to a weekly in-person meeting? I'm sorry. It's
so effective. And here's the truth. And I'll be honest about this. Like, let me be honest. I'm going back into show mode. I just went back into show mode.
We're in chat mode right now.
Sorry about that, everybody.
We're in chat mode. You see me fixing my.
This is chat mode. What the heck am I thinking? No, no. I think the power of that sometimes is like when you're doing a Zoom, and you've known all these people forever, and then like after a while of getting to know them like that, you book that coffee session, and you meet for the first time in person. You're like, wow, this is a huge deal. Like so. But absolutely, the efficiency of it, it's Pandora's box. You can't put it back in the box. The change has already happened, you know? So, you know, go ahead, Bridget.
I would also say that, I mean, it's just created a quicker sense of intimacy, emotional intimacy. I mean, because when people are in their homes, I mean, in the coaching world, you know, when you go and meet someone at a Starbucks, like I used to do when I was coaching people, you show up totally differently. There are so many barriers to getting to that underlayer of like who you're being right now, because you have to get past the hi, how are you, the salutations and all that jazz. You're like, I just did laundry and my kid's half naked. I'm going to put him in front of his iPad for a little bit. Okay. While I eat breakfast, everything became so real and raw and people are craving that and they're finding that in the Zoom world. I'm
trying so hard. Like I want to break to the next level away from Zoom. I just want to go to total hermit mode where I never have to see anybody or talk to anybody.
you're like a presence out there. You're like,
I want to become a hermit. I'm going to become a hermit.
No, you're not. I'll find you.
Right. I know. I'll find you. Like, no.
Well, guys.
Yeah.
So thanks. We'll chat in the chat and we'll come up with a topic for next week. I'm grateful for the people that hung around and just watched us chat after the show. I think that was kind of fun.
Yeah. Hi guys.
Yeah. Thanks for being here.
We love you. I mean, I love you. I think I can speak for all of
we
us
all
with you.
And
right,
send
guys.
us problems. Send us, like, here's the thing. You know what makes for great episodes and great topics for if anyone's listening to this by this moment? Send us the problems you're running into. Send us the mountains that you're trying to conquer, you know,
Yep.
and we'll do the research for you. Trust me.
Yeah, I certainly will. All right, guys, I got kids to put to bed.
Yeah.
I got you.
You guys